Hi, in the previous episode we created a script to simulate the wind as well as started working on the yacht controller. In this episode we will add user input to sail control and give first force to the sailboat. We will also make our sail positioned in fairly realistic way to wind. Let's get started. At the beginning we will add rigid body to the mast and sail. And hitch joint to sail game object to limit the range of motion of our sail. Set mast as connected body and set anchor and axis. And of course enable use limits. Set the limits from -90 to 90. Also remember to turn off gravity and set rigid body as kinematic. Go back to our yacht controller C# script we created in last episode, and at this point we will add new variables. The control of the sail setting will be done by changing the limits in the hitch joint. To do this, we need to create an joint limit object and assign our joint object to it. Then we assign the minimum and maximum values. The sail control function will handle the user input for sailing controls. I've chosen for this left shift button and left control button. We change the maximum sail deflection by the value of 1 step when the button is pressed, and then check that the value has not gone out of range. Here we call the change joint limits function, and if it's windy at the moment, we hit the sail with the force of the wind. Before we test our script, we need to assign sail rigid body and hinge joint. Now, as you can see, the sail adjusts according to the wind direction, and the maximum tilt is limited by the user input. What we need now is to apply a force to the yacht object so it can move. For this, we will create the calculate forces function when we will calculate the thrust force produced on the sail at the moment. The addBot forces function, as the name suggests, will add forces to the rigid body. Let's see what happens now. And it's gone. Why? Because Sailship meets no resistance. So let's add water drag and air drag. Our next fluid is water, whose density we can approximate to 997 kilograms per cubic meter. Add both forces. Will be used this time to apply the drag forces. After setting the variables responsible for drag, let's test the simulation. Finally, the sail began to move by the wind power. Unfortunately, at this point the boat can only move forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in next episode, in which we will enable the sailboat to turn left and right.